really, really an 80s fan. Okay, Mr. Miyagi, here's some more stuff for you.
Hey,
It's I Love the 80s Strikes Back. And this is 1984 again.
1984.
The flicks, the fashions, the trends, the tunes, the TV. A totally awesome year that gave us even more burning questions. Why were those Menudo boys always disappearing?
What happened with Menudo is once you turned 16, you died.
Why was Rockwell so damn paranoid?
Don't nobody want to watch you, Rockwell. You wasn't that fine anyway.
And what the hell's so fun about standing up and sitting back down again?
Come on, man. Do the wave. We're all doing it.
The answers to those questions, plus the magic of Diamond Dave and the gentle ways of Freddy Krueger.
Like Santa, he knows when you're sleeping, and it doesn't matter if you are bad or good. He's going to stab you in the throat.
Because you can't get enough 80s. Because you can't stop handling your glowworm, admit it, this is 1984 Strikes Back.
Somewhere in between Michael Jackson Catching on Fire and the Reagan-Mondale debates was Karate Kid. Yes, kids, that's what a great year 1984 was.
Represent for the Karate Kid, y'all.
Ralph Macchio still looks pretty good. He's ageless.
Dude, he's the Dick Clark of karate.
He not only pulled off high school, but just a complete ass whooping on people who were a lot more pissed off than he was, as evidenced by the black garb.
The Cobra Kais, led by one Johnny Cobra Kai, who's just a bastard.
It's Billy Zabka.
Johnny was a...
I didn't do anything!
He needs a little time with the bonsai tree, that boy.
High school was blood sport in the 80s.
Strike hard, no mercy, sir! I can't hear you!
Strike first, fight hard, no mercy, sir!
It's so enriching. They stole that from our chess team.
Pat Morita. Did he pass away? He's still kicking? That's my dog.
They took Arnold from Happy Days and made him older, wiser.
Okinawa built me no need rope, hold up pants.
Would have preferred maybe to see Al Molinari, the other owner of the diner, on Happy Days in that role.
Wax on, wax off.
Who would have known by waxing your car, you could kick somebody's ass?
Oh, my God, I see the value of this. Oh, I'm kicking everybody's ass!
Oh, yeah. I do the crane technique all the time.
See my... You want to see my right now?
I think that's the corniest thing I've ever seen in my life.
If we just had Billy Zapka here, it would look so much better.
I'm not sure you think you're so tough. How you like a knuckle sandwich? Right in the nuts!
You really wanted Danielson to get through that pain that he was in and to come from somewhere within and kick that guy in the head. And he did.
I love 84.
Hey, babies, this is 1984.
84 was all about Van Halen.
I was a Van Halen fan. I think everybody was.
I have the Van Halen symbol drawn on everything, on my jackets, my notebooks, my desk.
When Van Halen came to your town, the whole town shut down.
Simon Dave is the ultimate rock and roll frontman. Hey, how you doing? Look at all the people here tonight. And you'd be like, yes, David, there are a lot of people here, and I am amongst them.
David Lee Roth, great performer, frustrated cheerleader. Always kicking up in the air, obviously hyperextended.
My look was somewhere between Bruce Lee and what Batman wears.
He was very sexy and very, not manly, but he was definitely a guy's guy and a girl's guy.
I just saw him on TV the other day. He's still saying the same thing. I'm going to your girlfriend.
He's not kidding.
When David came to England, he actually said that he wanted to marry me.
I don't remember proposing specifically to Samantha Fox through the newspaper, but making booty calls through the media is an art form unto itself.
He was a little bit old for me then, to be honest. I like the guitarist.
Eddie was always smiling. He had a constant
And I used to wonder why. And then later I realized, because he's Eddie Van Halen.
Got it bad, got it bad, got it bad. I'm hot for teacher.
It was just a larger-than-life record.
1984, Panama, Hot for Teacher, and Jump.
That's when Van Halen just went into the stratosphere.
Awesome. The wave has hit San Diego's Jack Murphy Stadium again.
I think everybody's done the wave, whether you admit it or not.
I'm a dork. Of course I've started a wave, several.
I think that was like a real form of exercise.
The wave is both an anaerobic and an aerobic exercise.
It's a full extension, okay? If you could see, I'm up here. And then it's a tippy-toe thing.
Are my armpits sweaty?
Raise your arm and people go, oh, gee, well, some Gillette wouldn't hurt you.
Unfortunately, the wave is already present here in my sweat.
People who do the wave, they should just be wearing shirts that say, I'm a...
You're always sitting behind the knucklehead who's trying to start it.
I was always that stupid person. Come on, y'all, let's do the wave. Come on.
Let's start a wave. Come on, dude, get up. Come on, man, do the wave. We're all doing it. Don't blow it. You're going to kill the wave. Our section's going to be empty without you. Come on. We've got spirit. Yes, we do. We've got spirit.
Watching the game.
Get with it, buddy. Help us.
Here it comes. Whoa!
This is ridiculous. This ain't gonna make this show.
The goal was to get it done over 5 times. You got it over 5 times, you was the wave champion.
Dude, just stop.
They need a gun put to their temple and put out of their misery.
Sit down.
Here's your video.
Who's gonna tell you when? It's too late.
The Cars video, well, you have one very dour, sullen-looking Benjamin Orr singing Drive, which people think was Rick Ocasek.
Rick didn't sing the song.
Yet Rick Ocasek still got to walk away with Paulina Poroskova, the really beautiful woman in the video.
That was the most unlikely couple, and I thought it was so cool.
Obviously, there was a love connection made with Benjamin Orr acting as a Chuck Woolery, and these two are now married, and they're still married.
Who's gonna drive you home tonight?
I was very happy for Rick and Paulina. I'm still happy for them. In fact, I owe them a call.
Eastern European women are particularly prone to the charms of cadaverous rock stars.
It had to feel good for Ocasek, considering the size of his Adam's apple.
I mean, I know as a woman, I don't necessarily go for the very obvious, good-looking guy.
That's what's so great about music. I'm so glad that I play music.
I wonder whether Paulina has ever made love just to his Adam's apple. Because she could. It's that protruding.
I love 84. The breakup songs of 1984.
Because this boy too has love without a reason, I, Boy George, console you with the breakup songs of 1984.
Sister Christian, oh, the time has come.
Sister Christian by Night Ranger. Hard Habit to Break by Chicago. And Oh Sherry by Steve Perry. The breakup songs of 84. Aren't you prepared to let go now?
My name is Foley.
Beverly Hills Cop. Unbelievably hilarious movie.
Detroit cop in hoity-toity Beverly Hills and all the hijinks that follows.
You know, this is the cleanest, nicest police car I've ever been in my life.
This thing's nice in my apartment.
Eddie was always, to me, one of the funniest guys I ever seen.
I just loved his laugh. Plus, I had a crush on him. Very spontaneous, very smart ass, had an answer for everything.
That's the one where he goes into the social club.
Can you put this in a good spot? All this happened last time I parked here.
And they won't let him in, and he says, okay.
Well, why don't you give me the message, and I'll take it to him.
Tell him that Ramon went to the clinic today.
Just tell him that I have herpes simplex 10 and he needs to call me.
And I think Victor should go check himself out with his physician to make sure everything is fine before things start falling off on the man.
Eddie's humor is natural. It just comes natural and it flows.
He takes a banana and he puts it in your tailpipe.
Look, man, I ain't falling for no banana in my tailpipe.
Who didn't try that afterwards? You're like banging fruit into the back of your dad's tailpipe in your car. Works like a charm.
Hi. I'm fine. My name is Sal, and how can I help you?
I thought Bronson Pinchot actually walks away with a couple of scenes in the movie.
Bronson Pinchot was so important to the 80s, man.
Oh my God, he was so hilarious in the art gallery.
And what is potining? I didn't understand what you said. Potining, what its meaning regarding.
That was a good Bronson.
It's cool, you should try it.
It was really fun to do. We were just kidding around, and then it just became this huge phenomenon.
I see you look at this base. Yeah, I was wondering how much something like this went for.
$130,000.
Get out of here! No, I cannot. It's serious.
Because it's a very important piece.
What's this man doing here? Bleeding, sir. I could just do lines from that movie till we're all ill.
Eddie Murphy is an insane talent. It was just a showcase for him to be incredible.
Detectives Cagney and Lacey.
Cagney and Lacey were these two female cops, sort of the Thelma and Louise for good, fighting crime.
Honestly, I thought they were secretaries.
Cagney and Lacey originally had a longer title. It was, Mom, there's two big lesbian cops at the door.
Hi! I'm in love with you, girl. Yes, I wouldn't even know a good man if I ran over him.
Sharon Gless played Cagney.
Scotch on the rocks, please.
I got two, bartender.
It's funny that you didn't notice that it seemed like Cagney always was on her way out to have a drink at night.
Lacey, 14.
This show was a big inspiration for me. Cheap Shot coming. Tyne Daly was the first Cheap Shot coming. The first police dog in prime time.
What a bastard.
I hate myself.
They were like really tough women. They just rock.
I would have been afraid to have gotten caught by Cagney and Lacey and having to explain that to all the guys inside. Yo, man, you got caught by two girls, man? Come here.
I love 84. Menudo!
They all blended into one olive-skinned smorgasbord of good, hot singing and dancing young Latin boy.
They were international superstars. They were muy caliente. Muy caliente. El menudo. Señor Juan,
whatchamacallit.
Señor Dupe.
Jose somebody.
Señor Chachi.
E. Kevin.
Los chicos guapitos de Puerto Rico.
Ricky. Mi favorito is Ricky.
Ricky Martin used to be in Menudo.
Every hot Latina chick in my high school wore the pins all over their body. I mean, Johnny and whoever, Ricky, they were all over them. And they would just walk down the hallway singing, Dam un beso ti vilevo, dam, 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 dam.
I used to fantasize about singing them just because in the background you hear like a sea of women scream.
I was like, I gotta audition for Menudo. I gotta learn Spanish somehow fast.
They had all this merchandise.
I have posters, pictures, photos, stickers. I'm also wearing Menudo's shirt, the jeans, the belt, the watch, the ring, the earrings, and the Macanudo shoes.
I mean, they really used those boys. And then I felt so bad because once they got too old, they got kicked out the group.
What happened with Menudo is once you turned 16, you died.
When they grew hair on their balls.
Let's see, Ricky. Drop the pantalones, my friend. You're out! You've been shaving. No, I haven't, I swear. You've been shaving your testicles.
That's not right.
At some point in the 80s, America went nuts with the power of fragrance.
Oh, scratch and sniff. Now, let's hear it for technology.
Oh, so cool. The scratch and sniff stickers.
Those are stickers, all scented to smell like your favorite things.
What genius concocted this, Mr. Spock?
The quickest way to nausea. Now I feel sick.
Of course they had watermelon and grape and all those great flavors, but then they'd have like disgusting flavors like,
Cave?
scratch and smell the skunk.
Egg custard?
That's weird. I love whipped cream. Goes great with rope.
Boot? I'll tell you what. It might make you boot.
We had scratch and sniff bar stools. Every time I sat somewhere, people would say, "Oh, Lita sat here. Would you please autograph this?" So I would write, "Scratch and sniff, love Lita."
You put them on your folder. If you were rich, you'd put them in your trapper keeper.
Say, what is that thing?
It's my trapper for me.
It sure is a lot neater than this.
That's because it traps my papers in so they won't fall out.
The Trapper Keeper is the genesis of obsessive-compulsive disorders in my generation.
Boy, I've got to get a trapper and get my act together.
Do not hate on the Trapper Keeper.
Obviously, my Trapper Keeper did not look like this. I didn't have field mice on my Trapper Keeper.
Bust a Move was actually held in a Trapper Keeper for a while. I probably took it to the studio.
They had a pretty detailed conversion chart inside. Measured my penis with the folder, too. Oh, yeah. First week of school, your Trapper Keeper, everything is perfectly filed. And then third or fourth day, the Louisiana Purchase just ends up getting crumpled up in the bottom of your backpack, and you say next year.
I love 84. Coming up, the real story behind the murder of Freddy Krueger.
We talked about it at barbecues and block parties, and now it's come back to haunt us.
Other uses for your glowworm.
Whoever made the glowworm, God bless you. You helped me out many a night.
And the most popular nose picker in cinema history.
Excuse please, but why do they call you Booger?
I don't know. Next on I Love the 80s Strikes Back, 1984. And now for Donald Logue's unfinished thoughts on Scratch and Sniff.
Everybody's like, what about Scratch and Sniff stickers? Who gave them? AC/DC! That's what we were listening to. Hold on, dude. Turn it down. Wait a second. I'm scratching and sniffing this sticker of an ass. Whoa! These things are realistic.
The hip-hop jam of 1984.
As we go, a little something like this. Hit it. This is Doug E. Fresh, still here with you. This right here is a classic like no other.
Baby, don't mind.
She thought my name was Barry, and now they call me Larry.
She said she didn't like it, so she chose to call me Barry.
Roxanne, UTFO.
Roxanne.
The hip-hop classic of 1984.
Please, God.
This, Freddy Krueger is God.
I like Nightmare on Elm Street. It was scary, but it was also kind of funny.
We didn't tell you, children, but years ago, a child pervert molester killer named Freddy Krueger lived in this neighborhood.
A bunch of us parents tracked him down after they let him out. What did you do, Mother?
We killed him and sodomized him, and we buried his claw fingers down here in our very own basement.
Go on.
We talked about it at barbecues and block parties, and now it's come back to haunt us.
Sweet dreams are made of these.
Freddy just freaked me out.
Come to Freddy.
Freddy Krueger is the original Dreamweaver.
Freddy came into your dream and killed you in your dream?
What actually happens is when they die in their sleep, they die in real life.
Okay, I'll buy that. Let's make a movie.
Like Santa, he knows when you're sleeping. He also knows when you're awake. And it doesn't matter if you are bad or good. He's going to stab you in the throat.
It's a dream. He isn't real. He isn't real.
People used to take their kids to terrify their kids. You don't go to sleep, then we're... You know, how the kids supposed to sleep? Now they know if you go to sleep, Freddy's in your dream. You know what I'm saying? You don't do that to your kid.
My friend's parents dropped me off after we saw the movie, and I had to walk through this little, wooded area to get to my house, and I was freaked out.
Johnny Depp was in a bed and got killed.
Yeah, I remember he gets sucked into his bed. This is the way he dies, and everything gets sucked in with him. The television, everything is like...
Wait, how come there's 50,000 gallons of blood shooting from his bed?
That was like the first horror movie that I ever really got into, but I was so scared.
It is too dark in here right now. You got to turn some lights up or something. I don't want Freddy to get me.
Hello?
I like the Thompson twins, although obviously there were three of them, so they weren't technically speaking twins.
I don't even think their last name was Thompson.
Thompson Trio, bad name. Thompson Twins, much better. It's obvious.
I have a problem with twins that look like the witches of Eastwick. One has brown hair, one has blonde hair, one has red hair.
There were some pretty ugly looking cats. Even the girl wasn't, that weird hat and bad hair. Oh, terrible hair.
I mean, she really had that shaved thing here, but like there's a gang of hair over here.
It was a unisex haircut, really. Anybody could have it.
Doctor, doctor, I've had a little disco accident in my pants.
It wasn't gonorrhea. Let's put that aside right now.
It's not about doctors and nurses. It's a sex song.
Thompson Twins was my first must-have every album band. Why? Because I'm kind of gay. Because I'm more than a little bit gay. Who are we kidding? Who are we kidding? I love the Thompson Twins.
My Little Pony was a big deal. I had this exact pony. They had hair, you could braid it.
The big feature on this one is you got a little brush, and you could brush the tail and brush this mane.
I was a big fan. I think I even had the sheet set and maybe the lunchbox.
My Little Ponies. It's just so cute. Just say it, My Little Ponies.
I love you, My Little Pony.
I know a couple of guys that had these.
I certainly remember wanting one very much, but not having the courage to say, Mom, can I have a My Little Pony?
You don't let nobody see them when it happens to fall out your bag. Yeah, what are you doing with that?
Don't you want a dirt bike, Mike? Just a My Little Pony. Please.
I mean, this is enough to hypnotize any young child. Diamond, sparkly eyes.
Isn't it fun? It doesn't do anything. My little equestrian statue. Don't move, can't put no money in it. What's the purpose? It's a piece of plastic.
There was a diamond, sparkly eye.
See, that's why I chose the glowworm.
The glowworm.
I used to even play with some of that stuff back in the days.
I mean, if you didn't have one, you were so lame, because who didn't want a worm that glowed? Absolutely loved the glowworm. I was scared of the dark.
I don't care what it does. The only thing that would have it be of any interest to me if it dispensed espresso and $100 bills. Other than that.
I love you, glowworm.
I love you too.
Shut up. I had a glowworm, but I didn't use it as a toy.
I want to make out with you. I want to make out with you too.
It became another type of worm after I got finished with it. Whoever made the glowworm, God bless you. You helped me out many a night.
Your child's good night, friend.
Here's your video.
Who's playing tricks on me? Don't nobody want to watch you, Rockwell. You wasn't that fine anyway.
Rockwell just needs a good prescription, maybe lithium.
Think it's all in your imagination, boo-boo.
Only person watching him was probably his bill collectors, that's all.
Didn't he just get paid Friday night?
And I don't
Everybody was like, who's this Rockwell? And why is Michael Jackson, you know, singing background for this unknown guy?
I'm glad to be a part of Motown, you know. I mean, I was, you know, I had no choice.
Doesn't hurt to be Berry Gordy's kid, I guess.
No, don't tell him that. When I'm in the shower, I'm afraid to wash my hair. We had that greasy Jerry curl. Oh, it's so embarrassing. Oh, that was so embarrassing for black people.
And then there was kind of a mullet in the back, like a mullet Jerry curl.
I was like, just end the video now. Okay, because the Jerry curl just was not working and the water and all of that.
He was like a one-hit wonder, right? He should have had somebody watching his career.
Tom Hanks in 84 does Splash and Bachelor Party.
Yeah, well, I like to stretch myself on occasion.
Splash was fantastic.
God, with the mermaid.
All my life, I've been waiting for someone, and when I find her, she's a fish.
Hey, listen, if you ever saw Daryl Hannah in your backyard, yeah, hey, I don't know how she got there, but whatever.
The pros of making it with a mermaid are as follows. Easy access to the boobs, because they're almost always shirtless. On the other hand, if you want to do a little finger music, not so easy. Because downstairs, it's all scale, sister. Downstairs, ain't nothing but sushi.
The fish smell doesn't bother me. That's going to be on television.
Bachelor Party, Splash, they're both great. I guess I like Bachelor Party.
Chicken! Let's have a bachelor party with chicks and guns and fire trucks and hookers and drugs. You gotta fight for your right.
All that stuff happens at a bachelor party. Of course, there's always a stripper that shows up and cavorts with the donkey.
Meet Max, the magical sexual mule.
I don't know if Tom Hanks would do a movie now with a donkey show element to it.
And a huge guy who puts his piece in a hot dog bun and serves it to an old lady.
Is that the foot long?
And then some. Nick the put his in the wiener roll. Oh, that's fun for everybody.
So, what do you guys think of the party so far, huh?
I have a couple of lines that are kind of like infamous. It's either,
Hey, look at the cans on that bimbo.
or, can I say this on VH1? Gentlemen, start your boners.
I mean, it was just perfect fraternity kind of humor, which is, you know, the kind of humor I like.
Poor Tom, he's done absolutely nothing since then. He calls me all the time, asks me for loans. It's embarrassing.
Coming up, what not to do with your grandma.
You mustn't give it water. You mustn't feed it after midnight. And you mustn't call it a bastard.
And the musical stylings of Miss Tina Turner.
I'm your private dancer, a dancer for money.
Do what you want me to do. Go ahead, Tina.
Next on I Love the 80s Strikes Back, 1984. But first, this public service announcement.
That's Jenny. That's not Jenny's dad. Teach your kids not to get into cars with strangers. Help take a bite out of crime.
Nerds of 1984.
What's happening, hot stuff?
Getty Watanabe here, bringing you the nerds of 1984. Ed Grimley, a positively decent nerd. Alex Trebek, nerd answering in the form of a question. And Long Duck Dong. Hey, that's me. The nerds of 1984. Trust me, the Donger knows.
Gremlins was like R-rated Sesame Street or something, because they was really off the hook.
Hey, look, that one's got a cute little stripe on its head.
When you have a mogwai, you mustn't give it water. You mustn't feed it after midnight. And you mustn't call it a bastard, because they do not cotton to that at all.
No. He hates bright lights.
Any pet that doesn't like bright light is clearly an instrument of the devil.
They go from very cute to very ugly, much like what happened to Danny Bonaducci.
They were ugly, and their eyes were red, and they were mean. They had their own clique, and they were definitely running the street.
Stripe. He partied very hard. Bad crack problem. We had to shut down filming sometimes.
And of course, any movie with Phoebe Cates is phenomenal.
Phoebe Cates? I had a massive crush on Phoebe Cates.
Maybe you'd like to go out on a date?
I'd love to.
Didn't show her breasts in that movie.
No, I just don't like to.
But then there wasn't a lot of opportunity for it. They were too busy nearly getting killed.
With mukbang comes much responsibility.
The moral of the Gremlins is like that of the Karate Kid, which is the old Asian guy always knows.
Perhaps someday you may be ready.
Francine, what were you doing? Where were you going?
I ran for my life. I ran for the life of my kids.
I think there was a general consensus that Farrah was a lot of hair, not a lot of substance.
Then she did this TV movie called The Burning Bed.
Farrah Fawcett Majors was an abused woman.
My husband said he'd kill me if I left him.
So she just became an arsonist, and everybody loved her for it.
How can you beat up on Farrah Fawcett? Burn up that bed, girl.
Burning your husband in bed, man. I guess he really asked for it, huh?
Nobody's gonna help you now.
You know, don't mess with a Charlie's Angel.
I love that movie. He was a bastard.
Think I'm not man enough for you?
She ain't the only one who, probably has wanted to do that or has done something like that.
Be's that way sometimes.
As many times as she kept trying to leave her husband, family members would be sort of preaching to her about how she had to keep the family together.
Woman's got to take the bitter with the sweet, you know.
It's not really so bad, is it?
Well, look, in fairness, she had it coming.
School! You're not going to go there anymore.
Who was late with dinner?
You're late.
5 minutes.
I have to work all day.
What's for dinner? There's no meat in here. There's nothing.
Don't make me raise my hand to you, woman.
I ain't never been hit by a man. I have been choked and shot at before, but I ain't never been hit. The Burning Bed actually did, I believe, start off Lifetime Network. It's like, wow, women are getting hit upside the head and they're getting tired of it, and now they're going to burn their husbands up?
I love 1984.
Tina Turner excited the imagination. She took The Burning Bed and she managed to prop it up against Ike and pin him against a wall.
She had hits out her ass. She could do no wrong in 1984.
That was when she broke out.
Bow down, Tina.
Every black woman in America started wearing a frosted blonde Tina Turner wig.
It was kind of a Kaja Gugu kind of a thing.
She reminded me a little bit of those guards that watch the palace.
I remember her in like mini skirts and big pumps.
I talked to my stylist and I said, I want the Tina Turner pumps, those big high, I can wear for 5 minutes and I have to sit down.
I think a few people might have mentioned she was quite elderly at the time, but didn't look it. She just had more strength than Spring Chicken's half her age.
She was fly.
I'm your private dancer, a dancer for money.
Do what you want me to do. Go ahead, Tina.
So many women identified with Tina Turner because Ike had screwed over so many women.
Another man that used to beat women upside the head.
Tina Turner basically like, yeah, Ike beat the crap out of me, but look at me now. Look at him now.
Tina is performing in stadiums, and Ike is performing on the casino circuit.
What's love got to do with it? Everything. Because, sister, we loved you. And I'm speaking to Tina now. You were my private dancer.
The 80s was a time of hideous fashion.
The stirrup pant is really blowing out of the stores. In fact, so much so that we got down to the last pair of black stirrup pants, and there was a fight.
I so had stirrup pants.
A fashion necessity.
Hell, I hated those. I don't wear around my ankles.
You know, you could wear your boots, you could walk, and your pants wouldn't ride up.
That stirrup at the bottom, you know, you used to pull them down, so they were just uncomfortable.
Sometimes my crotch would be down by my knees, you know what I mean?
5 inches below where it's supposed to be, and you're kind of walking funny.
It took me a long time to realize that the tight pants and big sweater just meant big ass.
Now, to counteract that, then they would have to wear a giant shirt so you wouldn't see their crotch or enormous ass. Always thinking.
You'd get the biggest, blousiest button-down top you could find. It was the look.
But let's belt it, because that's going to pull it together as an outfit.
Let's make you look like a huge mushroom.
It was like this triangle, like Peabody. You know, I'm like big and a monster.
What was I thinking? Oh, Lord, that was so unflattering. Anyway, go figure.
I love 84.
I miss Billy Idol. He was so cool.
Billy Idol in 84 was it.
Rock and roll. I'm a rocker.
1984. Rock and roll. Are you ready?
Getting a little fist going.
Yeah, it was a little out like this.
Bleached blonde, spiked hair, leather pants, the lip.
Last night a little dancer can dance into my door. Raise hell from above. And then they go boom right into rock and roll mode, you know.
Mo, mo, mo. That right there is the big hook for that song. With a rebel yell, what's going on? Tell me all about it. Mo, mo, mo.
Whew, I am done writing. There we go. Let's sign some checks.
I used to hang out with these two guys, Corey Feldman and Corey Haim, the Coreys. And they introduced me to Billy Idol. I was 16.
I don't remember introducing Rick Schroeder to Billy Idol, but then again, I don't remember a lot of things from that year.
I don't know what my parents were thinking. I'm lucky there was no permanent damage.
That's what Billy Idol's about. He's good fun, but he means it. We cry. Let's go fantasy.
Whole album's great. Go listen to it. Reinvest and Rebel Yell. You'll not be disappointed.
Coming up, the movie that inspired geeks, tools, and other assorted losers across the globe.
Nerds! I love that. Oh my God. I am one.
Revenge of the Nerds. Next on I Love the 80s Strikes Back, 1984. But first, the what the moment of 1984.
In 1984, Ronald Reagan joked, "My fellow Americans, I am pleased to announce I just signed legislation which outlaws Russia forever. The bombing begins in 5 minutes. Maybe the guy at the button is the last one you want making nuclear Holocaust jokes. Hey, Ronald Reagan, what the
Let's get those nerds! 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 Hit the B square! Nerds!
It was a coming-of-age story. To me, it was an uplifting story of hope.
Revenge of the Nerds is about a group of college guys who can't get into any of the cool fraternities.
Because they're nerds. What is a nerd?
We are.
So all the nerds band together and they joined a black fraternity because they didn't require a picture of them.
I'm in a difficult situation here. I mean, after all, you're nerds.
The lead head nerd, who was Robert Carradine, who had that laugh. You know that laugh?
Something like that. That's Lewis.
I can't even do it. I can't even.
Do you want to do it on the moon?
So many of us have tried that get the cheerleader by wearing the Darth Vader mask in bed thing. It doesn't really work.
You're that nerd.
If I was to remove this mask, somehow you would feel differently about my penis.
You were wonderful. Thanks.
Don't you think that's prejudicial?
Excuse, please, but why do they call you Booger?
I don't know.
literally every day, if I go out, I'm stopped by somebody about Revenge of the Nerds.
Wouldn't you hate that? He's like 50 years old. Hey, booger.
Judy's gonna invite the Omega Moos over.
Oh, no, not the Moos.
Yeah.
They're a bunch of pigs.
The party they threw with the Omega Moos.
The party's so lame, and then once they pull that wacky weed out, starts happening.
Usually nerds aren't the guys you go to score big weed.
I had to dance. I had to do the Poindexter dance. I think he discovers that part of his body, and that night he discovered it in a big way.
The live musical performance by the Nerds, that was quite impressive. I can't recall exactly.
Oh, I can recall it.
Dave knows it.
Clap your hands, everybody, and everybody clap your hands.
88% of kids in high school are like, I'm a nerd. Those 10% of the super cool kids are bullies and it was like, yes, a movie for us! Nerds! I love that. Oh my God. I am one.